Science-based lifting has taken over the fitness industry, and I think it's doing more harm than good. I'm not saying science is bad, but the way some people push this evidence-based science thing is becoming a weird culture. It's full of gimmicks, elitism, and a complete disconnect to what actually matters. Building muscle and staying consistent. Today I'm going to break down why I think all this science-based lifting wave is messing people up, and what you should focus on instead if you actually want to get jacked. When I first started lifting, I was skinny and I was desperate to get jacked. I used to scroll online for hours trying to figure out what is the perfect program. I did the German volume training, I did supersets, I did giant sets, I did drop sets. Whatever you think of, I've probably done it. And every so-called expert that claim their way is the only right way, backed by science and some complex explanation that you can barely understand. Despite all that noise, I wasn't actually building muscle. I was overthinking every single detail instead of just focusing on the fundamentals. Now, here's where science-based lifting goes wrong. These guys are not just sharing information. They have turned this into an identity. It's just like a badge of honor. I'm a science-based lifter, so that means I'm smarter than all these bro guys that are in the gym. And while this sounds good on paper, it really creates this weird form of elitism. Instead of just lifting weight and staying consistent, the science-based lifters, they are all obsessed about being perfect. They all want the ideal rep speed, the exact rest time to a second, and also the scientifically optimal program, as if we are just some equation on a whiteboard, instead of just being a human. And worst of all, they spread this message on a daily basis. And what I noticed, this kind of thinking paralyzes a lot of beginners in the gym that are trying to build muscle and wasted a lot of time in the gym. It's just like giving someone who has never trained before a university-level textbook on biomechanics, instead of just saying, just grab a weight, squat, press, do some raw movement, and stay consistent. For most people, the real enemy is not the lack of knowledge, it's the lack of compliance, meaning they don't stick to one program long enough to see results. And I get why this happened. As a beginner, going into the gym can be a bit intimidating. You don't want to look stupid in the gym, and you don't want to waste your time. So you cling into this overly complicated science-based program because they make you feel safe. That's the only reason why you do that. They trick you into thinking, if I just stick to this exact program, I'm guaranteed results. But here's the truth. That's a false certainty. There's no perfect program out there. The truth is, you learn by doing the exact things that need to be done. You have to get under the bar, make mistakes, and grow. Just like you can't expect to read a book about swimming and expect to swim like Michael Phelps. Another thing that I noticed is the obsession with efficiency. Because a lot of science-based lifters, they just want to find the bare minimum, the least number of sets, the short workout possible, and the most optimized path. But you need to ask yourself this: do you actually enjoy lifting weights? Because if you hate going to the gym, you will always look for shortcuts. However, personally, I love training. If 20 sets give me the result that I want, why would I do 5 sets just because a study says 5% is more efficient? You see, training is not just about numbers. It's about loving the process, pushing yourself, growing, and becoming a better version of yourself. When I finally stopped obsessing over the perfect program and started focusing on the basics, like lifting heavy, eating enough, and staying consistent, that's when everything changes. My physique changed, my confidence skyrocketed, and most importantly, I finally stopped second-guessing myself. You don't need to be a science-based lifter to build muscle. You need to be consistent-based. So if you've been stuck in this analysis paralysis and you're overthinking every single detail, you need to stop. You need to get back to the basics, training 3 to 4 times a week with the upper-lower split, or even 3 times a week doing full body workouts. Whatever of this will get you the best result. Especially if you're a busy man with a family, with your lifestyle, this is probably the best approach to build muscle. And basically, that's it. If you want help cutting through all the noise and finally build the physique that you always wanted, I will put a link in the description. Click on the link, book a one-to-one call with me, and I will see how I can help. As always, for the meantime, I will see you in the next video.